Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith of the Quant Edge in the Black VTF here at T3 Live with this week's market wrap-up. And if you get tired of a lackluster market, well, you're probably pretty tired. So what we say is, thank you, earnings season. And, you know, when you have a market like this, real tight ranges most of the day and not doing much, you really want to understand how to trade gaps and a lot of the setups that I talk about. So I tweet a lot out on @RobInTheBlack, and I do a more comprehensive video every weekend, Smith in the Black on YouTube, all one word, so you can check that out. But I did a webinar again last night to show more people exactly what these setups are and why they work and what I do. And so I just wanted to start off with some of the stuff that I tweeted out today. I can't get to all of it, but when you understand how these setups work and why, and that they're so prevalent, that there's always things to do. If you're stuck looking at the SPY, your eyes are probably crossed by now and you're probably going nuts. But right out the chute, I'll tweet out hashtag mind the gap. And that means those things are in motion, and those are the things right out the chute we want to watch. And then I'll add a few during the morning if I can. So right out the chute, we're going to see stuff that's really gone in here, like log me in. And you'll hear me use the term Momo hammer, which is short for momentum hammer. And so you can see this log me in goes up, forms a hammer up in here, and then boom, right off that, momentum, straight momentum into the highs. Shorts got a chance, thought it was going to gap in reverse. What happens? The stops go here because it's up on all time frames. We also have natural buyers, and that propelled that baby into the highs. Right out the chute, there was a lot of opening 5-minute charts, and so we look for the opening 5-minute range. Here's Baidu. So you have an opening 5-minute range. It goes inside, forms the equilibrium, inside and up for the Baidu. That was real nice. And these are only 5 minutes. That Baidu kept going for a while after that. We also have that in Baker Hughes off the news. Gaps up, inside 5, bam, into the highs. We got that. Then on the gap down, Cardinal Health, inside 5, right back up. So pretty good opening right off those 5-minute charts. And Google, once we started going into the 15 minutes, you can see this here. Momentum hammer. Google opens, comes all the way back down and comes rallying all the way back to the highs. Good sign. Momentum hammer again. Boom. Buy. Nice move there off that. You hear me talk about the rev strat, or the reversal strategy. And what that means now is not necessarily a reversal, although it can work in that capacity. But it's basically a reversal back into the direction that the price was going. So you can see here in PPG, the initial push is up. It goes inside, drops down, and hammer counters the inside bar and not weak enough to take out this bar. So when it comes back and takes this out, the original move is really this. This is corrective action, and when it takes this out, there's 3 levels of stops. Here, here, and here. Boom. So that's went on its merry way for a little while. We also saw that here in Norfolk Southern. Inside bar countered with hammer. That's a pattern you want to know about. You can see Amarada Hess doing it here. Some more nice stuff. Inside bar, countered by hammer. Boom, right back to the highs. Where are the stops? Here, here, and here. They gone. If we go to Facebook, another momentum hammer this morning. 15, and that really went after that. We also have Amazon. 3-minute out of the opening. It got really tight in here, but then you went 3-minute reversal strat here. Hammer counters inside bar. Got that going just a little bit. Mostly a gap and sit there. After the opening, we start go those 5s, 15s, and then 30s. CEMP off the gap list, inside 30. You had a whole hour to keep an eye on it inside 30, then the inside hammer. Stops are here and here. Gap in reverse. It did it again. We had some more momentum hammers inside here for good tires. You see that GT. Inside 30, up, sideways, inside 30 measured move for the EXPE. Then you can also watch when the market starts dropping, anybody that's new 52-week highs, or all-time highs for that matter, MA, goes up, drops back in, goes inside 15, takes it out, goes to new all-time highs. We also had a simultaneous break on the shorter term, and what that means is when the broader averages line up with the similar inside pattern. And we got a nice push earlier in the morning off the Qs and the SPY. Inside 30 Qs up, inside 30 SPY up, and that doesn't necessarily mean you have to trade those. That means that the broader average is going to get a push. Anybody who's already strong is most likely going to go at that point. And it's Friday, so when it occurs right here, it's right around the 213.50 strike, so you can take the options for a little more percentage gains usage. Reversal strat downside, we got here, inside 30 IBB. Right before the Clinton debacles started to go down, that took it out to the lows because it was led by another gapper, Amgen, which then went down inside 30 and into the lows. Got that. That's nice too. Then crude oil inside 15, rips back down to the lows. There's another nice move there off the inside 15 reversal. Then we look for combos as well. Lulu inside day to the upside, reconfirmed by inside 60 to the upside. We always want to look for these combinations to give us a higher level of probability. If you go back to the CEMP, remember that opening 30? Did it again, inside 30 and back up. For another nice trade there, we had the Google start dropping back in, and once it starts getting weak, inside 30 momentum shooter, back down. There's another $3-4 there. That's nice. AVGO, and this really worked. Here's the reversal strat here. Inside bar countered with shooting star, goes down, and that's when the Clinton news hit, and this thing really got smoked. That was real nice. Then the reversal strat, the Clinton reversal strat in the IBB. It goes down, it goes inside 60, hammers back in, takes that out, goes back up. Then back at the crude, when the crude's dumping, DWTI, inside on the 3, momentum hammer, inside 3, up sideways measured move. And then, speaking of wiener probes, we got the Course Persis ripping when the market was going down. Didn't have an actual signal on that. But you can see how much opportunity there is when you can see things in these terms. So hopefully you get a chance to check out the webinar I did last night, and certainly the weekend video that I'll make over the weekend. But for right now, if we go back to the S&P, boy, we've seen this one a million times. So let's check it out. Still really tight. But to start off the week, what do we have? We had the inside week, tight week. Monday, have we seen the Monday pop up like this? Yes, we have. Then did we get turned around Tuesday? Yes, we do. Back into the range. Do we take out the whole range? Yes, we did. So what does that mean? You guessed it. Another tight outside week broadening formation in here. Eventually, these will, and if we go to the 60-minute, you'll see it like this. Eventually, we'll break out of this. People say maybe it's the election. I'm like, it's looking more and more like that. If you go to the 60, I can clean this up for you, just so you can see this week. Monday morning. Friday afternoon to the tick-tock ticky, right like that. Here's your weekly broadening formation right in there. So we got to get out of this, and we're an outside week, and the SPY and the broader averages have been holding up pretty well for the internals, because I mean, if we're really dependent on some of this stuff holding us up, I mean, really, it's FAS doing nothing, and that's a win so far. It's a win in here. Let me blow that up for you. That's somewhat of a win by staying up in there. We got the XLE kind of just hanging around doing nothing but not falling apart. But you got the home builders, XHB still going down. You got the retailer XRT weak. You got IBB still weak. And so one of the questions is going to be like XLK, can the tech sustain us? But, because we got the nice moves out of Netflix and the MA. And then, if you follow my Twitter feed and you want to see some more of these setups, I tweet tons of them out every day that you can see over and over again. So hopefully you can catch some of this stuff with me and join me on the VTF with Tesla here. The nice gap in reverse yesterday off the inside 30. Never stops out and just still going. So we really have a divergence in all these sectors, and that's what's kind of holding us here. However, it appears that to at least to some point, with the IBB and stuff like this, that we're seeing certain more weakness in these internals, but at the same time, fake it till you make it. The market's not selling off that much. So, like I said, I'm going to be a lot more comprehensive over the weekend. But for right now, tight ranges. We do close towards the bottom end of the range of the outside week here. But that outside week, once again, whenever we see an outside week, we want to get outside of there and stay there, because last week was an inside week. Now we're an outside week, but we're 2 weeks completely within this bar's range. So even if we get out of here, we got to get out of this and then really expand this thing. And, at this point, we've got 1 day left in the month. And you can see the 3 months here. Yeah, we back and fill a little bit. but really doing nothing. Doji, and then this. We could really use some more shake 'em up, but maybe that comes in with the election now with wiener probes and whatnot that's going on over there. But I'm sure hilarity will ensue. But certainly, when things are this tight and we have an earnings season, you want to be schooled in all the skills if you're going to trade for a living all day, all day long, every day. And so when earnings season comes around, you want to learn how to trade a gap and go, a gap and reverse, and avoid those gap and sits, because that's really where the money was all week, and it really was a good week for that. So hope everybody has a good weekend. Let's go Cubbies! I'm Rob Smith of the In the Black Quantities VTF here at T3 Live with this week's Market Wrap-Up.